Hey guys, welcome back. So this is the last topic of our motion chapter, and this is called relative motion. So relative motion word we'll use when we compare the motion of two bodies, right now, not a single body. Correct? Two bodies are moving at the same instant, and we talk about their velocity or displacement. Then we call relative concept we will to use. Okay. So here two bodies will be moving. So we talk about what when motion of what two bodies are there. Okay. So let's see. Here also we have two type. Like we have learned 1D and 2D motion. So relative motion also can talk in one dimension or two dimension. So first we're talking relative motion in one dimension. Okay, that's quite simple. Also relative motion in one dimension means here bodies will be moving in a straight line. Okay. So listen. Actually, what happens? It's very simple. Already you know, suppose two bodies you have, body A moving in this direction with velocity A, and other body is moving this direction with velocity what VB. Two bodies are moving in same direction. So we, in case of 1D motion, we have just two simple case only. So suppose bodies moving in same direction. If two bodies move in same direction, somebody asks you what is relative velocity. They can have like relative velocity of body A with respect to B or body B with respect to what A. So you can like VAB. You can write simply what VA if you want to, or simply V minus B, or you want to write VBA. You can write VB minus VA. So simply actually if you take magnitude, it becomes always equal only, right? Huh? So relative velocity of body A with respect to B or B with respect to what A. In magnitude, they come same only. So difference, when two bodies are moving in same direction, what is the relative velocity? Difference of them, right? Difference of their velocity is called what your relative velocity, correct? Na? So relative velocity you want right, just you can write magnitude of like velocity of body A minus body B. This is called your relative velocity, okay? Yes. Now, second is just opposite of this. Bodies moving in what opposite direction. Bodies moving in opposite direction. If bodies moves in opposite directions, like this body is moving VA velocity in this direction, body A, but body B is moving about in opposite direction like this way, okay, with velocity VB. Then what is the relative velocity here? With respect to A, with respect to with respect to A, doesn't matter. Okay, so relative velocity will be simply addition of their velocities VA plus VB and magnitude of this, right? So in this case, what? Your addition of what individual velocity, okay? Relative velocity becomes what? Addition of them, right? So two bodies like crossing each other, moving in opposite direction, then the relative velocity is what increases, correct? Na? So let's see some basic example on this that they have asked in our exam, and they are very simple, right? Okay, before question actually what you can do, the equation of motion we wrote that you can also write here in relative motion also. Suppose you want to write the equations that we wrote generally for one dimension that you can write in terms of relative motion also. How you can write like first equation V is equal to U plus AT. So you can write V relative is equal to what? U relative plus A relative into what? Time. You can write if you know relative initial velocities between two bodies, final velocities, their acceleration time, then you can write this relation. Same way like relative distance, as relative is equal to what? Initial velocity relative into time plus half acceleration relative into what? T square. You can write like this way. Or third equation of motion also you can write like V relative square minus U relative square is equal to 2 acceleration relative into what? Displacement relative. You can write this, okay? Yes. So generally we will not use this. They ask very easy to us. So let's see some basic questions on these, okay? Okay, let's see this question first. So, okay, not this. This question first. So this question says that, let's read it. A police van is moving on a highway with a constant speed of 30 kilometer an hour, fires a bullet at a thief's car which is speeding away in the same direction. Okay, yes, with a speed of what? 190 kilometer an hour. If the muzzle speed of bullet is 150 meter per second, find the speed of bullet with respect to the thief's car. Okay, so watch carefully. What happening is this: there is thief, that's what thief's car, and that's what your police car, right now. So they are moving same direction like that way, right? Both direction of velocity is what? Same, like this way only. Then what happening? Uh, a bullet is fired from the police car right now. So when you firing bullet, bullet also moving with some velocity here. So in the question they're asking that what is the speed of the bullet with respect to what thief's car? We want to find the relative velocity of the bullet with respect to what your thief's car. So let's do it. So you see that what happening here? Bullet. Let's talk about bullet. Well, okay, look here, velocity of police car is given. How much given? Is given 30 kilometer an hour, right? And the velocity of the thief also given. Let's call that VT. Thief is given. How much given what? It's given 190 kilometer an hour. Now what is given to you? Look here. The speed of bullet is 150 right now meter per second. This is given actually relative velocity because your police van is moving and you're firing a bullet from the moving vehicle. So what is given to you? Relative velocity given. Means we can write relative velocity of the bullet with respect to what? Your police car. This is given as what? 150 meter per second. So first we convert this 150, we convert into kilometer an hour. So we can write just what, 18 by 5 we can write. 5 goes 30 times, so 540 kilometer an hour. This is the relative velocity of the bullet given. This is, look here, do not confuse. They just said the bullet of speed is this much. This is what relative speed, because your vehicle of the police is moving and you're firing from a moving vehicle. So here we have two velocities. One the velocity of the police vehicle, one is the velocity of the bullet. So relative velocity given. Now this relative velocity actually what? What is VBP? Velocity of bullet with respect to police is simply because they are moving same direction. Yes. So it will be obviously velocity of the like uh, bullet minus velocity of the police, correct? No? They are moving same direction. Bullet moving this direction, police van also moving this direction. So let's first find the just velocity of the bullet alone. This is the relative velocity was given. So velocity of the bullet will be obviously VBP, relative velocity plus velocity of the policeman, right now. So 540, this is a relative, and velocity of the police car is given what? 30. So this total velocity becomes what? 570 kilometer an hour. This is what velocity of the bullet, keep in mind. Now what happens? Let's write relation between what? Velocity of the bullet and the thief. Thief moving this direction with velocity Vt and bullet moving this direction with velocity Vb. Again, they moving what in same direction, right now. So now relative velocity of bullet with respect to thief. That will be what? Velocity of the bullet minus velocity of the thief. Velocity of bullet already we calculated at 570. Velocity of thief was also given to us what? 190. Correct? So 570 minus 190 is how much? 470, 370 and 380. That will be the kilometer an hour. That will be the speed of your car. So not car, sorry, your bullet with respect to the thief's car. Have you understood this? Okay. So let's move to the next problem then. In next problem, they said Delhi is at a distance of 200 kilometers from Ambala. Car A sets from the Ambala from at a speed of 30 kilometers an hour, and car B set out at the same time from Delhi at speed of 20 kilometers an hour. When they will cross each other, what is the distance of the crossing point from the Ambala? So look here, two cities are given to you. This is Ambala city and this is what your Delhi city, right now. Yes, some distance they have. Let's call X distance. So one car is moving from this direction, one car moving this direction, right? Two cars are started moving towards each other, right? Car A is moving at velocity of 30 and car B is moving velocity of 20. Correct. So look, what is relative velocity first? Relative velocity is addition of these two because they're moving in opposite directions. 30 plus 20, 50 kilometer an hour. That's what your relative velocity, right? So after what time they will meet? Time is what? Right? Relative distance. Okay. Relative distance by what? Relative velocity. Right? You can write. So relative distance what? Look here. Suppose they meet at this point. This covers what? Some distance like y. That cover what? Your z distance. So they are moving in opposite direction. So what is total distance covered? Obviously x. So x is the relative velocity, y plus z. Look here, whatever concept writing the relative velocity, relative acceleration, relative displacement. If two bodies moves in same direction, is the difference of them. Two bodies move in opposite directions, so addition of them. So here two cars are moving in opposite directions. Relative displacement will be what? Addition of this. Like car A moves y distance, car B moves what z distance. So total we calling what x, right now? Correct. So distance total is already given to us. How much given? 200 kilometer given. Relative velocity got what? 50. So it's coming what? 4 hour. Means these two car will meet after what time? 4 hour. So they're asking that what is the distance from the Ambala city where we'll meet? What is this distance? Y. So distance is what? Velocity into time. Velocity means what? Velocity of this car. 30 into time is what 4. What is answer? 120 kilometer. So at distance of 120 kilometer from Ambala city, these two car will meet obviously. Okay. Let's see another question. Let's say the two trains of length 50 meter and 150 meter, and train A is moving with velocity of what 54 kilometer an hour. They meet in the opposite direction and cross each other in 10 seconds. Find the speed of train B. So it's very simple. Look here. So two trains were there. Okay. Train A and what? Train B. They're just crossing each other and moving in opposite direction like this way. Okay. Yes. So listen here. Here distance is not given. So what is just length of the trains are given. So length will be obviously your distance. You want to cross these two train means they have to cover their own length. This is a train length x1, that train length what x2, right? So what is relative distance they have to cover? Obviously what x1, x2, right? Yes, because they are moving opposite direction. Okay, velocity will be again relative velocity will be what? Addition of the velocity of car train A plus train what B. So what is given to us? Time given. Time is what B, sorry, x relative distance by velocity relative. So all are given. We can find relative velocity first because x relative is given. How much given? 50 plus 150 and divided by what? Time given what? 10 seconds. This become what? 200 by 10 means we're getting 20 meter per second. Answer is coming meter per second. Why? Because here is meter unit, here also second. Okay, so we can convert this into either into we can convert this into what? Kilometer per hour, or that answer we can convert in meter per second. Suppose train A, what is the velocity of train A given? 54 into 5 by 18 we can write. 18 goes what? 3 times. So it's coming 15 meter per second, right? So they are asking what's the velocity of train B. So relative velocity is what here? Relative velocity is what? VA plus VB, we know right now. Yes, two bodies are moving opposite directions. So VB will be what? V relative minus what? A. Relative we calculate is what? 20. Velocity of train is what? 15. So what is the answer? 5 what? Meter per second. You can convert this answer again into what? Kilometer an hour. So these were the some basic questions on what? Motion, what? One dimension, which is what? Very, very simple. Okay. Okay. Now we'll see the motion in what? Two dimension. So in relative motion, what happens? Two bodies will be moving in a plane, correct? Two dimensions, just like we have done projectile motion, same way only. So if you want to then add them, you want to find the relative velocity, what you do, you use what? Vector rules. Okay, suppose these are the two bodies, one body is moving here and one body is moving what? Here in some direction. Okay, with velocity va and what? Vb. In that cases, what you have to use? You have to use what? Vector rule with respect to some origin. Suppose they are moving like this one, this is the angle theta between them, right? Now then how to find relative velocity? So relative velocity, okay, look here, relative velocity will be what? V of a with respect to b, you can say whatever you want to say. So you simply write your vector addition, right? You say that va square plus vb square minus 2 va vb, that will be what? Your relative velocity, okay, in two dimensions. Very simple. So vector rules you will use to find what? Relative velocity in what? Case of what? Two dimension if they ask to you. Okay. Yes. Now let's see some sample problem. Two problems are very popular. One is called rain and man problem. One is called your bot and man problem. Right now, bot and real problem. So first type problem we see. Uh, okay, let's write here rain and man problem. Okay. So what happens? Again, also we can have here two case. Let me talk first case one. Case one is what? We assume the rain is falling vertically. Okay, rain is falling vertically, and generally we'll talk this case only if they don't say anything. Okay, so suppose rain is falling vertically. Suppose a man you have this a man, and this man is just man at rest. Suppose man is not moving. I say that man is at rest, and rain falling vertically. It's a rain. So rain will fall vertically on this man. So the relative velocity of the rain with respect to man will be same only, or man with respect to rain will be exactly same only. No change because man is not moving. Correct? Na? So man not moving, then it will fall like that only. But in real, what happens when like main started moving? Your main is there and started moving in this direction horizontally with velocity, let's call v main. The rain is falling vertically, but relative velocity will not feel like vertical. It will feel what at some angle. The main will feel that. Let me change colors to see better. The rain is falling like at some angle like that way. Correct. Even real the rain is falling vertically, but he will feel that rain is coming at some angle to him. So suppose he has umbrella, then he or she will hold umbrella like that way. at this some angle, this is your umbrella, right? You'll hold umbrella like that way, right? Suppose I draw represent this in graphically, then how it look? Okay, so that will be more simple. Suppose these are the coordinates. Okay, man is walking always what? Horizontally. So I show the velocity of man like vm vector in this direction, right? And rain is falling what? Vertically, correct? So rain falling vertically like that way. This is the direction of what? Rain. Or I take this rain component here, V rain, and this is a negative, keep in mind, okay, falling downward. So if you add these two vectors, means relative velocity on what? These two vector you want to add, this is a negative vector minus, that's what plus vector, keep in mind. So relative answer will come what? Here somewhere. That's called VRM, velocity of rain with respect to what? Main. So how much this will come? Let's calculate this simply. So how much this will come? People, we adding this by vector rules. So what is the answer? Velocity of the rain with respect to main. We using vector rule. Root a square b square minus 2ab. I forget here. Look, please focus at this formula. I forgot right here cos theta. Root a square b square minus 2ab cos theta. Okay, cos theta you must write it here. So I'm saying velocity of rain with respect to main. You adding these two vector, we getting resultant answer here. This is the resultant angle also. Let's say theta. So what is the answer? Simply V A or V rain square plus V main square. This much, because cos 90 angle between initial angle between these two vector means velocity of the main and velocity of rain is what? 90 degree, right now. So answer is what? This much only. The relative velocity of the rain with respect to main is what? Simply square root addition of the velocity of the rain and velocity of the main. So VR square plus Vm square, this is what your relative velocity. Suppose they ask that direction of resultant your velocity, direction of what? Resultant velocity. Let me write here next page. So if I ask you direction of relative velocity right now, at what angle he feel that the rain is falling. So you can write tan theta from this picture. Let me show what was there. So if you see in this picture, tan theta, what is tan theta in this triangle? Tan theta means this vector by that vector. So this vector is what your Vm vector, and that's what vector is what Vr vector, right? Tan theta is what? Perpendicular by base. So simply what? V main by V ran. That's what your tan theta if you need to calculate the angle of the relative velocity with respect to what? Vertical, right? So Vm by V ran you can write. So you can find angle from here. Now what happens now? Second case. This is case what? When rain is falling vertically. What case is this? Rain is falling vertically. Rain initially can fall at angle also, right now? That case it off. So look in this case, two things you have to remember. What is the relative velocity? This is the relative velocity, square root addition of them. What is the angle? This is the angle. Okay. So second case I'm talking now. Suppose what I can say, rain is falling at angle with respect to what your say ground, right now. Okay. So I said rain is falling at angle, some angle, okay, theta, with respect to what? Let's say vertical. Your rain is falling at some angle. So I draw graphically like this way. So again, horizontal direction, man is walking, man walk horizontally, obviously, V man. But rain is falling at some angle. This is the velocity of what? Suppose V rain. And this angle is given theta initial angle. Rain is falling at some angle. Correct? Na? Now we want to add these two again, right? So again, same thing will come. We have to do vector additions, right? So here angle is what? Negative. Angle between what? Look here. Watch carefully. Angle between your V and your velocity of the main and velocity of rain is what? 90 minus theta. This angle become now 90 minus theta, right? So when you add the vector rule, you know what is relative velocity? V relative velocity of rain with respect to main. This becomes simply what? Look here, V suppose V rain is given to us, so V rain square minus V main square. This will come, here negative will come now because sine 90 minus theta is coming. Look in last case, addition of the VR square plus Vm square. So already falling at some angle, then become what? VR square plus V main square. Okay, you have to give attention here. You have to remember these things. And by chance they ask angle here, that what's the angle of relative velocity with respect to vertical. Yes, you can write. So look here, you can write here sine theta, right now. In this picture, you see this is sine theta, I know. Okay. So look in this triangle, sorry, in this triangle, sine theta we know. This is the velocity of the rain. We know hypotenuse. This is the velocity of the main. So you can write sine theta because sine theta is what? Perpendicular by hypotenuse, means Vm by what? V rain. That will give the angle. Last time it was tan theta, so do not confuse. Like we wrote angle. No, on this page itself I wrote it here, right? Now, velocity of the main by velocity trend is equal to tan theta was coming. In this case, it becomes what sin theta. Correct. Now what we will do? Let's see some questions on this also. Okay, so we'll understand what better. Okay, 1 second. Okay, just generally what we have to do when we solve the question based on these type of questions, two dimension, we have to use what vector rules, okay? Because this answer coming from what vector rule. These are direct answer, but if any they asking other questions, we have to use what vector rule. Let's see some example. So look at this problem. A person moves due to east. He's moving east direction at the speed of about 6 meters per second. He feels that the wind is blowing towards the south at a speed of about 6 meters per second. Find the actual velocity of the wind blow. So look in this type of question, what you do, you draw your dimension like northeast, that's what your east, west, north, and south. Now what is given to us, watch carefully. Main is moving towards what is. Velocity of main is given this direction, V main. How much given? 6. Let's write vector from 6I. He is moving towards like positive x direction is, okay? And he's feeling this relative velocity is given, okay? And actual velocity of the wind they are asking, okay? What we feel is what relative velocity always remember, okay? The wind is blowing towards the south. The velocity of wind is given downward, right? And what given magnitude 6. So this is what 6, and remember this minus j. What is the direction? Minus j again, right? Negative y direction, right? Now question is this, find the relative velocity, sorry, relative is given, they are asking what's the correct or true velocity of the wind they are asking, correct? Okay. So look here, how will I answer this? Velocity relative, okay? Relative velocity will what? Velocity of the main minus velocity of the train. That should be your answer? Yes. So let's answer this. So how will I answer this? Look here. I'm writing little opposite. We have to write relative of wind is more. So I should write like that way. Velocity of the wind minus velocity of the main. Correct? Okay. So let's check. We want to calculate the velocity of the wind. So velocity of the wind, you can see here, if you confuse here anything, you can see from these two vectors, okay? Look here, this is one vector in this direction, one vector is what downward, these are two vector with direction givens, you want to add them, so wind vector will be what? V relative. What is the relative velocity given? Plus V main velocity, right? Relative how much given? This is minus 6j, minus 6j. What's the velocity of main given? 6 watt I. That's what your net velocity of the wind. Suppose they are asking magnitude. Magnitude we can write wind will be what? Root of 6 square plus 6 square. That becomes what? 6 plus 6 means what? 6. Obviously root 2 meter per second. And suppose they ask that resultant direction. Correct? So where direction will come? Obviously it comes between like these two vectors, because we add these two vectors will come what? Somewhere here. That's called what? Southeast. What direction? Southeast. So direction they are asking, then what is the answer? Southeast is the direction in which the true wind velocity is there. Okay. Okay. Let's see another question. So see in this question, they said a man is going towards east in a car with a velocity of what? 20 kilometer an hour. A train appears. Again, appears means relative velocity given. To move towards what? North to him with a velocity of 20. I think it's 20 into root 3. Okay, 20 into root 3. Correct is kilometer an hour. What is the actual velocity and direction of the motion of train? So listen here. Same way you have to do. This is your coordinate. So east, west, north, and what? South. So look at the main direction is given. Main is moving with velocity of 20 kilometer an hour towards what? East. So this is the main velocity. Okay, V main. How much given? You can write 20. If you want to write direction, you can write your choice 20I. And how the train is appearing to him? Train is appearing like towards what? North direction. He feeling that train is moving towards what? North of him right now. So how will write in here? So you can represent by a vector like here. Train is moving this direction. Appears means relative. V relative is given to you. Okay. How much given? 20 into root 3. So they're asking what is that? Look, let's complete this triangle. So you have to draw a vector like this way, right? That is what your velocity of the train, real velocity, correct? Huh? Yes. So that we want to find. So simply see, let's calculate this. So what is the velocity of the train? V relative will be again what? V relative will be what? V train minus V main. Correct? Na? These two vector. We want to calculate the real velocity of train. So train velocity will be what? V relative vector plus what? V main vector. Right now. So we want to add these two. Angle is given 90 degree. Obviously here you see. Right? Yes. So what is the answer? Just relative square plus V main square. V main is relative is given what? 20 root 3 square plus main is given 20 square. Correct? 20 root 3 means what? 1200. That becomes what? 400. So answer becomes what? Root 1600 or what? 40 kilometer an hour. That will be your answer, obviously. Okay. Also, also they have asked here direction also. Okay. What is this direction? Resultant theta. Direction of the your train. Tan theta you can write from here. Obviously, tan theta is what? Perpendicular base means V relative, that's given 20 root 3 by what? Velocity of the main, which is given 20. So that's become what? Root 3. Tan theta is equal to root 30 means theta is equal to what? 60 degree right now. So train is moving 60 degree in what direction? Northeast direction. Angle and direction both we are on northeast, right? Okay. Let's now we have one more type of question that's called what your river and board problem. Let's understand that. Okay, so in river and board problem, what happens? Like there will be river always, and river is moving with some velocity, right now? Yes. So river velocity will be given, that's we call VR. Let's write it here also. V river. That's what velocity of what? River. Then two more velocity will be there. One is called velocity just V only. This simply write your velocity of your boat or main. Okay, velocity of, you can talk about boat or a main which is swimming in what? Still water. When the river is not moving, at what speed he can move? Right now he can swim. And Vm, that is what is real velocity when he's swimming in through the moving river. Okay, real velocity of man in what? Moving river, right now? Yes. Listen here, these two are the velocity of the main only both. But this is what? When velocity of the main in still water, when river is not moving. And this is what? When real river is moving. Okay. Now what happens? First we talk simple case. Suppose he's swimming along or opposite to river. So moving along river. If you move along the river, your boat is moving along the river, man is swimming direction of river. This is also called what? Like downstream. We call it what? Simply downstream. And what happens? Look here. What is the velocity of the main? Velocity of main will be obviously equal to velocity in still water plus velocity of the river. The speed of the main, real speed will be increased, correct? Na? Because river will help him to move what? Faster. So this is a boat something and you are moving this direction itself. So what's the velocity of the main or boat? So velocity in still water, when river is not moving at what speed he can swim, then river's velocity. So this velocity will be increased. Same way, just opposite. Moving against river, right? Na? Against river or current, you say. So this is called what? Upstream. If your boat or person is swimming against to the river, then velocity of the main will be what? Velocity in still water minus velocity of the river. These are simple cases like one dimension motion. Okay, correct. So, okay, now we talk like crossing a river. You want to cross this river, then what happens? Okay, that's more interesting. So we're talking crossing of river. So you want to cross the river, then what happens? Same river is there, it's a river. Okay, and let's say this river is moving in this direction, and sign remaining same. V R is the velocity of the river. V M is the net velocity of the main, and V was velocity of main in still water. Okay, main or board you can say, but in what? Still water. Generally, this will be known to us. Okay. Now what happens? Let's say width of this river is what? D. You want to cross the river. You want to go from this point to that point. Okay, or any other point on the other edge, right? So there are two ways to cross this river. Okay. So there are two approach. We call first approach is called minimum distance approach. Okay. There are two ways to cross the river. One is called minimum distance approach. Means what you want here? You want to just go opposite here. You want to just reach what at that point. That's called your minimum distance. Just D you want to cross. Correct? Na? You want to just cross the river such that you cover the minimum distance. Okay. You want to reach just here. So how you should travel? You should travel in this direction. Okay. At angle. At angle toward this vertical. That's what will be your velocity V. That's velocity of V main real. And that's what your river velocity VR. Correct? Na? These are the three velocities. Suppose moving at angle theta to the perpendicular line, right? Na? To the perpendicular line. So we want to calculate that what time we will take to cross this river. We want to calculate time in minimum distance approach. So what is time taken to cross river T? Time will be obviously distance by what speed. So what is distance here? Obviously width of the river D, that D. Then what's the velocity? The velocity of this main in direction of what that direction, right? This direction, that becomes V cos theta. Either you know angle, you can write V cos theta. Then you can also write what? Look here. This V cos theta you can write in terms of velocity of the river and velocity of the main. So if you see in in this triangle, like this V is nothing but this plus these, and they are in opposite direction. So what is the answer here? Root A square B square. You write this. So V main means velocity of the main in still water square minus velocity of the range river square. That will be your answer. So two ways you can write. If you know the velocity of the river, or you know the velocity of the main still water and the angle is moving, both way you can write the minimum, the time taken, sorry, to cross the river when you want shortest distance. You just want to go across this river right now. So this approach is called what? Minimum distance approach. Correct? Okay. And also you can write, suppose sometime if you don't know angle also you can write like this format. This you can also like suppose sine theta. You can also write suppose see in this triangle we know VR suppose and we know V. Then you can also write VR by V also you can write. Okay, yeah. From here you can find angle if you need. Now second approach is called what? Minimum time approach. You want to just cross the river but in shortest time. So let's check. Second is called minimum time approach. In both cases just finding time only, but in first case we want to cross the river in what? Minimum distance should be minimum, which you want to just cross the river straight. Okay, so you should travel at angle theta to the vertical direction right now. Yeah, look at here in this picture, we should travel in this direction, so that river will push you in this direction and you will come what just across the river here only. Okay, just opposite to the your initial position, right? So second, we're talking you want to cross the same river. This is a river again of width D, so that how you should travel that you will cross the river in minimum time. So you should travel straight only. You should try to travel straight. Actually, we'll go what here. Your net velocity V main will be here. That's what your V river velocity right now. You're trying to go just straight right now, but you will reach at this point. This will be your minimum time approach. And what is time in this case? Again, distance we covering is d only, correct? And velocity is what? Simply v. So that's your answer. The time taken to cross a river will be distance or width of the river by the velocity of this main in still water right now. You know what happens in this approach? The main will not go just straight here. Look, let me change color. Main will not go here. Main will reach here. So this is called drifting. That distance is called what? Drifting distance, right now. Yeah, main will be drifted. So they can ask you also what here. Uh, okay, it's called drifting distance. Okay, by what amount the main or boat will get drifted. So that x they want to calculate. So it's very easy. Look here in this picture. This angle, suppose theta. That's angle your theta. Then you can write tan theta in this picture. What is tan theta? Look here. One you can write in terms of this x and what width of the river. You can write x by d. You can also write in terms of these velocities vr and what v. You can also write vr by what v. So from here you can find your drift x. How much you got drifted? Correct. Okay. So these were two ideas to cross a river. Now we'll do some problem on this, then we'll be done with this topic. Okay. Okay, look at this question. So in this question they're saying a river 4 miles wide is flowing at the rate of 2 miles an hour. Velocity of the river given and width of the river given. The minimum time taken. What's the minimum time taken to cross by boat to cross the river with a speed of what? 4 miles an hour. In still water, the velocity of the boat given is approximately what? They're asking time. And what time? They're asking the minimum time. Look here, when they talk minimum distance, also they ask time only, but they will say that you want to just cross the river with shortest distance or minimum path. Okay, so minimum time they're asking, minimum time is what? Width of the river by what? Just velocity of that boat in still water. Second concept, right? Okay, so T will be obviously here, width is given what? 4 miles and velocity also given in miles only, 4 miles an hour, right? So this becomes what? 1 hour. That's simply your answer. Correct? Okay. So let's see another question. Look at this question. A man wishes to swim across a river of this much width. He can swim at the rate of 2 kilometers an hour in still water, right? Velocity in still water given. And the river flows at rate of what? 1 kilometer an hour. The angle made by the direction with respect to flow of the river, okay, along which he should swims as to reach a point exactly opposite of the starting point. You want to reach just exactly opposite. You want to start from here and reach here. So this is called what? Minimum distance approach, right now? Correct. So in this case, we should travel in this direction. We know, yes, this is the velocity of the main v that will resultant velocity, and that's what your river velocity. This was the first case. Okay, this is the angle theta. So we want to calculate this theta. So remember, I wrote like sine theta. Correct. Sine theta in this triangle, you can write velocity of the river. This, sorry, this is the velocity of the river, VR. So velocity of the river by velocity of man in still water, right? So look here, few things are given. What's the velocity of the river? River is given as what? 1 kilometer an hour. This is one. By velocity of the man in still water, how much given? 2 kilometer an hour. This is 2. So sine theta is coming 1 by 2. Sine theta is what? 1 by 2. Theta is coming what? 30 degree. But see, this angle is with respect to what? This direction, right now. So they're asking what's the angle with respect to what? Where they have asked in which direction should flow with respect to flow of the river. With river direction, what angle is making that you want to calculate, right? This angle is what? 30 degree. So what's the angle between what? The direction of the river flow, like this is the direction of river flow, correct? Na? And this direction of the main. So okay, let me change color if you confused. This is the direction of river flow, red arrow that I'm showing, okay? And this is the direction of the main. So what is this angle? They're asking total angle right now. So that is theta plus what? 90 degree. Theta is what with respect to vertical, keep in this line. So total angle with respect to river direction flow is what? Your 30 plus what? 90 means correct answer is what? 120 degree, not 30 degree. Okay, be careful. Okay, so you have done all the concepts and all the questions based on what relative motion. Please practice the problem. If you have any doubt, put in the comment. Thank you so much and have a good day. Bye.